I basically decided to run from Mizen Head in South Cork to Malin Head in Donegal, and I'd given myself the task of running it in 6 days, which was a very high benchmark. But we got kind of derailed yesterday, so we had to adapt the plan, really.
Malcolm, I believe up until yesterday you had run 200 kilometres, but unfortunately the Achilles tendon has been causing a little bit of bother.
That's correct. We started in Mizen on Sunday at 6:10, and I ran 100 kilometres exactly the first day, which was into Macroom. Then the second day I ran from Macroom, and we ran 80 kilometres just to up near the borders of Cork. And I started feeling a little bit of discomfort closing in on the 80, so we decided to rest it and put some ice on it for the evening. But the next morning told a completely different story. I hobbled for the first 20 kilometres, so it was kind of evident then that we needed to seek professional help.
I believe you had a physio out to the roadside.
We did. We had a very kind man came out to meet us, and he assessed it thoroughly, put an ice pack on it, and deemed it impossible to go on without doing irreparable damage. He was confident that the Achilles tendon itself was close to snapping due to all the factors of the training, the build-up. Because I'm used to this kind of very high mileage, but the timing was just bad. It was going to go at some stage, and unfortunately, it went at a vital moment. So, but we've put our heads together and we've come up with a great contingency plan.
And you're going to do the rest of the trip on a bicycle?
We certainly are. I cycled, after hobbling the 20 kilometres yesterday, I got up on a bicycle and I cycled 105 kilometres to Ferbane. And I did the rest of the trip with my two fellas, Mick and Mark, who are my crew. They've been wonderful to me, and they are now cycling, and my brother-in-law is taking over driving duties. So we arrived at Ferbane yesterday to an amazing welcome at the Ferbane, at the Brosna Press football park there, and everybody came out to see us. We had ice baths and massages, and it really became about more than just me running. It's now a huge team effort. We have people joining us. We're setting out from Ferbane this morning at 8 o'clock towards Athlone, where we'll pick up two more guys at the station, and we'll cycle through out through Glasson and up through Longford, and we'll keep going north, and we get as many miles as we can done today, picking up as many people as we can, spreading the word, raising money. So it's not what I had planned, but honestly, it's turning out to be almost better. It's just the atmosphere has taken on a whole new life of its own, so I'm quite happy.
Now, Malcolm, for people who are not familiar with your own story, you've taken on this challenge for your daughter, Pearl. What's inspired you to do this, and what's the reason behind it?
For me, my biggest inspiration in my life are my kids, and I think as parents, a parent's role is to do absolutely everything they can for their children. And for me, I was just frustrated because I am the primary carer for my daughter, and I spend a lot of time in autism meetings and school meetings, and I needed to let some steam off, and running became the best valve to do that, and the best way to kind of think without the stresses of daily life getting in the way. And I decided to join the two, endurance running and autism, because they're both very similar. You have to train hard, you have to have endurance, and you have to be patient. So for her, I would go to the ends of the earth, literally, and this seemed the seed for this challenge was planted, and I just couldn't let it go. So I decided what better way to spread the word through the country than by traveling through it. And every time when it gets tough, or I feel like I want to lie down and not go on, I just think of them, and they give me the strength and the spirit to carry on.
So, Malcolm, if anybody sees you along the roads today, are you wearing anything distinctive that people will know this is all in aid for your daughter?
People will see us coming from a mile away. We've got a very big Pat Horn Motors camper van. There's Mizen to Malin signs all over it, and Running for Pearl logos. There's info. We're at runningforpearl.com. That site takes you to everything, to our Facebook page, which is updated every 2 hours on where we're going, where we've been, where our route is going to take us. So runningforpearl.com, and that's your basic one-stop shop for all the info. It tells the history of my story and my story with my children. And there'll be lots of cyclists. There'll be a lot of cyclists with a big white camper van, and you can't miss it. We're not sure when we'll get there, but that's the joy of the journey, the